What is podcasting? As of the time of this recording, there are more than 4 million podcasts and more than 460 million podcast listeners. That seems like a lot, but still there are millions of people who haven't yet delved into the podcast realm, and they're still trying to figure it out. So, let me explain. The podcasting craze of today actually started way back in the early 2000s when iPods were becoming extremely popular. Back then, a new trend emerged where people started recording their thoughts and experiences and ideas and sharing them online in that audio format. It became known as audio blogging, and audio blogging is eventually what morphed into what we now know as podcasting. All right, so let's get down to the basics. What exactly is podcasting? Simply put, it's a form of digital media where individuals or groups of individuals create and distribute audio content through the internet. Those audio files are usually in the form of podcast episodes, and they can cover a wide range of topics. And they're often released on a regular schedule, but not always. And that means there is tremendous opportunity in podcasting right now, which I'll explain towards the end of the video, so stay tuned. Podcasts could be anything from interviews with experts to storytelling sessions to comedic banter with friends. Most podcasts focus on some form of either entertainment or education or edutainment, so to speak. The possibilities are truly endless. As a podcast newbie, you might be wondering what makes podcasting so popular. Well, there are several reasons behind its rise to fame. First and foremost, podcasts offer a unique level of convenience. You can listen to them anywhere, at the gym or in your car or while you're doing chores around the house. It really is easy access to content. And because of that, they provide a great way for you to stay entertained or informed while making the most of your time. It's a lot like radio from that perspective, except there is far more selection for programming and far fewer ads. And unlike radio, you don't have to wait for a certain time of day for your program to come on. Once a podcast episode is published, you can choose to listen to it whenever it works for you. And also, unlike traditional media formats, podcasts tend to be better at creating a sense of connection or closeness. It feels much more like you're having a conversation with a friend, and that authenticity and relatability is what keeps listeners coming back. So now you know a bit more about what podcasting is and why it's so popular. You might be wondering how you can get started listening to some of these captivating audio shows. Well, fear not, it's actually quite simple. There are numerous podcast platforms out there. Two of the biggest are Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and there are many more. All you have to do is download a podcast app on your favorite device or open a podcast platform through a web browser. Then search for a podcast you're interested in, hit subscribe and follow and listen. From that point, you'll have access to all of the episodes of that particular show, and you can get alerts when new programs are published. Then enjoy them at your leisure. Podcasting is a medium that is revolutionizing how we consume audio content, and it's providing a platform for diverse voices and topics. As a matter of fact, if you have an idea for a podcast, whether it's for a hobby or for business purposes, there's never been a better or easier time to get started doing your own show. Remember, there are 460 million podcast listeners, and that number is growing. And there are about 4 million podcasts right now. But only a couple 100,000 of those podcasts publish on a monthly basis, and even fewer publish on a weekly basis. So that means the opportunity is tremendous for anybody looking to get into the podcast realm and build an audience, build a brand, or build a business using that space. So if that opportunity is something that interests you, check out the link in the description for my course, the 7-Day Podcast Quick Launch. We'll teach you how to launch your very own show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, other top platforms in a week or less with no special fancy, expensive recording equipment. Meanwhile, remember the beauty of podcasting lies in its versatility and convenience and its ability to educate, entertain, and inspire. So get out there, find a few you like, and keep listening. I'll see you soon.